There are two types of people in this world. The people who accomplish what they want and the people who don't. And the only difference between those two people is how they deal with fear. Fear is a powerful feeling. Fear can make you feel like there's no other choice but to go, or make you want to lay around and do absolutely nothing. And today I'm going to teach you the right way to deal with it. I used to be afraid to post videos. I used to be afraid to show my face. I used to be afraid to talk to people. When I started to confront those fears head on rather than letting them keep me from doing the things that I want to do, they became a superpower instead of a weakness. The next time you're afraid to do something, that's all the more reason to do it. All the things I've done recently that have scared me, that have made me feel like it might have negative repercussions, have succeeded and gone extremely well. Oftentimes, people who are afraid of certain things in their life let those fears control them. And when you let their fear control you, you're not in control of your own actions, and that's never how you want to be. You always want to be in control of your own life, of your own outcome. So take control of your life and stop letting fear make decisions for you. Instead, act in the way that's the most scary at the moment. That's the most intimidating. Because I can't tell you one time that I was intimidated by an opportunity that didn't pay off. I got this job opportunity this year, a semester off school, and worked the whole summer so I wouldn't be able to go home, to get paid around and live in a place where I never lived before. And that scared me, man. I remember I told my ex-girlfriend, I got this job, and her reaction told me everything I needed to hear. She was scared. Most people would have seen that reaction and been like, okay, yeah, never mind. I'm gonna just stay, see you in the summer, and stay in the position that I'm in. But nah, man. When you're offered certain opportunities, you have no choice but to take them. And that was one of those opportunities. So when I got that letter, I didn't hesitate to sign it. Of course, I read it and everything, but I didn't hesitate to make that decision, to make that commitment. You commit to one side or the other when you're afraid, because a lot of people will not commit at all and they'll make absolutely no decision, be flaky, and then give you an answer in the last minute. And that is the most undesirable trait in people. When you just commit to one side or the other, that's a more respectable way to go. And recently, when I'm confronted with scary decisions, I commit to the scarier choice. I'd rather take that risk and have that risk blow up in my face, because you'll never know what that opportunity could have done for you. And we're talking about things that's scary. Nothing scares me more than regret. And if you watch my channel, you know I want to get rich. I want to be rich. A lot of people in my life might say I am rich, but I don't think so. Not rich enough. Second, if the right opportunities weren't scary, everybody would take them. And everybody would be taking advantage of those opportunities. Most people in this world let their fear control them and make their decisions. So if you can separate yourself by making decisions in spite of fear rather than letting them make them for you, you'll never fail in life. And more than never failing, you'll always succeed. I was afraid to talk to people in my job. I didn't want people to feel like I didn't know as much as them, and I didn't want to seem like that. It was scary. But then when I started asking people questions, when I started asking for help, and I started to get a lot of answers, even more answers than I wanted, making the stuff that I was doing 10 times easier when I was sitting there feeling like it was impossible because I was trying to do it myself. That's not exactly what I mean when I say act in spite of your fears, but it's an example, a good example. Another one was, I've always been afraid to work on my car because I don't know much about cars. But whenever I have somebody else work on my car, I watch intently because I want to eventually learn how to do it myself. And a lot of times you see the fixes that they do are not that complicated. Like the one I just got, this dude just screwed something in. Like it was a piece like this small, you just screwed it in. Took like 15 minutes, bro. I paid him like $40. And even though $40 was better than I probably would have got anywhere else, I could have done that myself for free. In probably like 15-20 minutes. Now that I'm making this video though, I'm gonna go to O'Reilly's and I'm gonna work on my car just cause. I'd rather f it up myself than have somebody else f it up. And the amount of money I've spent on car repairs already, if I just learned how to do it myself, I would be so much better off. But that's my point essentially. If you start approaching the things that scare you in life with a brave face, you'll not only get respect from the people around you, but you'll get more respect for yourself because you didn't know you could do it. And then when you see you could really do it, that lets you know that you could do anything that you set your mind to. Here's an example. When we were kids and we all went to Six Flags, who do you have the most respect for? The person who loves roller coasters and got on the roller coasters because they love roller coasters. The person who hates roller coasters and didn't go on the roller coaster because they were scared, but there was always that one person who was afraid but still got on that scary roller coaster. And that was the person who I had the most respect for because they knew that they didn't want to do it, but they knew that if they did it, they'd probably enjoy it. And 10 times out of 10, they ended up enjoying it and feeling better about themselves afterwards. They knew that they were afraid and they still did it. They overcame it. They didn't let those fears keep them from having a good time with everyone else. They just went for it. And that's what I want you to do in your life. just go for it. Even if you feel like you might not benefit from it, even if you feel like it might hurt you, because all the good things in life seem like they're gonna hurt you at first. But when you really approach them with a brave face and just dive into it, you understand that it'll only benefit you. So I want you to think about that the next time that you have a business idea, have a creative idea, or anything like that. It's the same thing with pool parties. Anytime you go to a pool, man, everybody's like, hey bro, jump in, jump in, jump in. Nobody wants to be the first one to jump in. But the first one that jumps in is usually the person who just doesn't care. You feel me? They just do what they feel, with no regard for the possible negatives that come from that decision. Because thinking about the negatives is just gonna keep you in that negative mindset. What you gotta do is you gotta be in a positive mindset. You gotta be in a possibility mindset rather than a consequence mindset. And I guarantee you that person felt scared. I guarantee you they felt uncomfortable. That's where we find growth, is discomfort. And if you don't embrace discomfort, then you'll never grow, you'll never succeed. You'll never find any meaning in this life if you run from discomfort, if you run from fear. All the people who are rich and successful in the world are that because they don't consider the negative possibilities. They rather consider the positive possibilities of what they do and what they could gain from what they do. The greatest warriors in our history went headfirst into battle. They didn't run away. They didn't stay at home. They ran headfirst into battle. So next time you have a battle, man, a high stakes battle, man, where you could lose everything, where you could gain everything, man, run into it head first, bro. What, you a warrior, bro? I want y'all to really think about this information, man, because this is coming from the heart. I didn't script any of this. I wrote points, but I'm not even looking at the points at this point. I'm just going. Embracing discomfort goes for everything you do in your life. It goes for the gym. It goes for your business. It goes for your job. It goes for school, man. Studying is uncomfortable, man. Overachieving is uncomfortable. Think about your favorite athlete, your favorite actor, your favorite singer. They had to go through so much discomfort to get to where they are. And I guarantee you, if they ran from those fears, they would be in the same position, if not worse, than you're in. Here's another example. Think about the last person you were involved with. I guarantee you, the first time before you approached them, the first time before you talked to them, you were scared. You were nervous as hell. And then you went up and you talked to them and you realized there was nothing to be scared about. That's everything in life. If you allow yourself to be scared and controlled by those fears, you will lose control of your life entirely. But if you use discomfort and fear as a motivator, as an indicator that you're doing the right thing, then you'll always do the right thing. You'll always improve. You'll always grow. And if you're on this channel, that's what you're about, man. That's what your life's about, bro. You about growth, you about improvement, you about success. And if you want to have that growth, you want to have that improvement, you want to have that success, then you need to embrace that fear, need to act in spite of that discomfort. Similar to cold showers, similar to nofap, anything in your life that brings you enrichment, that makes your life more enjoyable, everything that makes you a fierce competitor comes from discomfort, comes from fear, and sets you apart from everybody else. So if y'all are trying to change your life, if y'all are trying to become one of those people who somebody else considers their favorite this, their favorite that, stay on this channel, man. Subscribe, watch all my videos, and I mean all of them, because there's gems in all of them. Subscribe to my Patreon down below, and I'll see y'all in the next one, man. Love.